City of Budapest! Time for our next third round match. Would you please welcome on stage from Northern Ireland with 7 PDC titles to his name, a former World Grand Prix finalist, the history maker, Brendan Dolan! And his opponent from the Netherlands, with 37 PDC major titles to his name, a former World Match Play, World Grand Prix and Premier League champion, and a 3-time champion of the world, mighty Michael! Two matches, the one and only Kirkulator, Mr. Kirk Bevins.
Well, one quarter-final has been set up here at the Hungarian Darts Trophy. The top seed, Joe Cullen, will take on Luke Humphries, former World Youth Champion, hunting for his first Euro Tour title and through to the final session of action. We now turn our attention to the second quarter of the draw. Same half. The winner of this one between mighty Michael van Gerwen, the 3-time world champion, and the in-form Brendan Dolan of Northern Ireland will take on either Damon Heta or the world #1 Gerwyn Price. This is a very, very difficult little section of the draw to call. I'm not even sure who the favourite to make it through to the semi-final from this would be. Would it be Michael van Gerwen, the most successful player in Euro Tour history? Would it be Gerwyn Price, who's won a number of titles this year, is the world champion and world #1? But I think a lot of people will fancy the other guys in this. Damon Heta is always dangerous, and Brendan Dolan, as we've said all weekend, in fact all year, is playing some magnificent darts. Colin Lloyd alongside me for this one. It is the Green Machine, mighty Michael van Gerwen, against the man from the Emerald Isle, Brendan Dolan.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. First leg is Brendan to throw first.
Good afternoon, Dan.
Game on.
Good afternoon, Colin.
I liked the look of MvG yesterday.
Yes.
He had a tough game with Daryl Gurney. It was good to see Daryl throwing some good stuff again. As we watch Brendan here, is he... Ooh,
120.
in and out. The thing I liked about MvG yesterday, Dan, was it was a tough game and he come through it. Whereas there's been a lot of times in the past year or so, whereas when he's been in a bit of a dogfight, he's ended up on the receiving end.
Yeah. There were just little moments where it could have gone against him, and he found enough, Michael van Gerwen. He averaged 101 in that game. So did Daryl. Won at 6-4. It was, by comparison, a bit of a breeze for Brendan Dolan. He took care of Alan Suter for the loss of just one leg.
We know that Brendan's more than capable of keeping with MvG on his day, because he's done it on numerous occasions.
He has, although they haven't run into each other that regularly in the last couple of years. Only a couple of meetings, some high-profile ones. Come to those in a moment as Brendan looks at 101. Lovely stuff. 44 left, now 32 left.
Game shot the first
now
leg.
nothing
Brendan
left.
Dolan. Second leg is Michael to throw first. Game on.
As Bristow used to say in his prime, what does that leave me?
60.
Nothing. Nice little settler there for Brendan. I know it was only a holder throw, but nice little 12 darter with a ton of check out.
Well, Michael van Gerwen, when you've won as many Euro Tour titles as he had, and we're talking 4 or 5 times the number of the next nearest person on the list, it is astonishing the years of dominance he's had on this particular circuit. Means you win titles in lots of different ways. He's won them where he's been absolutely untouchable and people have barely won any legs against him. He's won them with enormous averages. He's won them when he's not played well.
180.
But when you haven't won a title all year, you just one tournament just needs to come together for him all to coalesce. We know Michael van Gerwen's got those big 110 averages in him. We've seen him produce them, but it's about doing it consistently for 4 or 5 games in a row.
Yeah.
Just one good weekend, and maybe it will blow away those doubts that still linger about whether Michael van Gerwen can get back to being the dominant force in this sport.
Michael says it doesn't bother him, Dan, but it's got to.
Well,
it's got to. It's got to be like a little needle
60.
digging at
we require 71.
Especially, like you said, you know how much he wins or used to win. Double 16 now.
Game shot the second leg. Michael van Gerwen. Third leg is Brendan to throw first.
14 darter of his own to make it 1 apiece.
He looked fired up last night against Daryl Gurney. We had a great atmosphere. The Hungarian fans this weekend, they are plentiful. Sort of seems to take them a little while to warm up. They were very lively last night, but it took them sort of all day building up to the crescendo, the arrival of MvG and Price and Peter Wright. And I think anybody who gets through this afternoon session, like Cullen and Humphries have already done, it will be magnified, this atmosphere tonight.
177.
And it might well be the sort of atmosphere in which MvG will thrive, and we could see him go and average 110 in 3 consecutive games and win the title, which he's done before, more than one occasion in these Euro Tours. It's not just a, saying something that can't happen. We've seen him do it.
Yeah, if there's one thing that Michael van Gerwen loves doing, it's playing his brilliant best in front of a big crowd, which we're expecting tonight, I understand, Dan.
99.
Pretty busy out there now, but it's going to get even busier. Euro Tour record, 4,500 fans here in Budapest. The first ever Hungarian darts trophy.
137.
Brendan Dolan. Pretty strong stuff on his own throw so far in this contest, and having won the bull, 6 holes a throw would be enough.
Brendan Uruguay 42.
So significant, that dart for the bull.
That's a, he's moving because it is just sticking up in the way of a bit of that double 8.
34.
He's gone round it.
Like we require 142.
Well, this will be a bit of a killer shot. No, not this time. So Brendan Dolan will come
51.
back to try and wrap
Brendan
up the leg.
8.
To hold throw again.
Yep, on the third
that'll
leg,
do it.
Brendan Dolan.
2-1 Brendan Dolan.
First. Game.
You mentioned the bull being such an important one. I mean, 1st to 6 is still a pretty short format in this sport.
180.
180 number 2 for MvG. Did you ever give away the bull, Cole?
Never.
Never. Not once. Not even once.
Never. I used to try my darndest against Phil Taylor. And if I hit the 25, took it out, he went bullseye. Or we'd go 20, we go 25, 25, 25, bull, 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 like that. And at the end of the ball, Phil would hit the bull, I'd be just outside. And you can have a throw, Duck. Why did you just make me stand here for 10 minutes going for the ball when you knew you were going to give me the throw anyway?
And then he goes and throws an 11 darter in the first leg and wins it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's what Phil done. That's where he hurt you, Dan.
123.
I've said it a few times over this weekend that it's so nice to get, if it's your throw, it's so nice to get that first leg under your belt. And then when Phil used to come in and pump in an 11, hold with a 12, when you'd have to hit a 9.
I'll go 139.
You think, here we go again. But I wasn't defeatist.
54.
Well, MvG looks like he's got a little bit of time here, but a ton of 40 from Brendan would just make him think. Oh dear.
Yeah, I think by Brendan's face there, I think
28. Michael, you
we
require
can understand
85.
and that little bit. Wasn't happy. Double 14.
Yes, on the fourth leg, Michael Van Gogh.
Well, 14 darters on throw for MvG.
Hasn't massively burst into life yet, Dan's it? I mean, 2 14s, a 12 and a 17.
55.
Still not bad, but we're expecting a little bit more from these guys.
97.
Last time they met was at the World Match Play last year. MvG winning that one by 10 legs to 7. But Brendan did beat him on the Pro Tour last year in a race to 6. He has beaten him on the European Tour as well. You go back to 2018 in Copenhagen, where he beat him at this stage of the tournament. A real shock because Brendan wasn't playing particularly well at the time.
180.
Michael Van Gogh in 3 180s. He's making his move on the Dolan throw. This is what he needs to do at some point in this match.
Wonder if Michael's thinking of that.
180.
But the amount of tournaments he's played in his time, probably doesn't even know it.
Well, I do remember
60.
Michael Van Gogh a few years back, sort of when he'd got to world #1, he's won his first world title, and he was saying that Brendan Dolan, he rated him as the most underrated player in PDC darts. He's like, he throws slowly. We all know that. He throws a lot quicker nowadays. So people don't realise how good he is, how difficult he is to beat. Can't find the treble 18 that would have left Bull. Brendan Dolan on 106. He took out 101 in the opening leg to hold his throw, but this one is under a lot more pressure. Cannot find the treble with either of the first two darts.
58.
Michael Van Gogh in. This is the chance he wanted.
Game shot the fifth leg, Michael Van Gogh. Sixth leg is Michael to throw first. Game on.
That, Dan, my friend, might just fire him up and push him on. Not that he's playing bad. He's averaging now 101 and a little bit. So starting to press the gas, as you say.
And hasn't missed a dart at double as yet. Beautiful.
140.
White number 4.
I have to say, not just because of this match, but he is looking good.
80.
Everything seems to be flowing nicely. It's not them slack sort of darts. He's starting to pepper that treble 20.
85.
I'm not going to say he's a perfectionist, but Michael does have very high expectations.
He does.
The way he plays the game.
Yeah.
And rightly so. When he doesn't reach those expectations, he does get rather cross with himself. And that's sometimes where the head drops and where the results go away.
64.
Well, he's putting himself in a very strong position in this game. Brendan's just had a few drift over into that 5 segment.
85. Michael, you require
It's cost him a little bit there, because an extra 15 points would have made that check out a lot easier if he's allowed back to the board. Which he might not be, because MvG's not missed a dart at double yet.
38.
But he has now.
Brendan, you require 139.
He grimaced there a little bit. And I think it's because he knows that Brendan's more than capable of taking this shot out. Not now, though, I'm afraid.
61. Michael, you require 40. Game shot the sick leg, Michael Van Gogh. Second leg is Brendan to throw first. Game on.
Michael's worst leg, 16 darts. Terrible.
Just punctuated by a bit of a roar in Brendan's direction.
108!
And the helicopter finger makes its first appearance this afternoon.
100.
Yeah! Go on, MvG.
80.
This is where it fires up, Dan. This is where it's going to fire up.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
5 perfect darts from Brendan Dolan. Can MvG go one better? No.
97.
Good recovery with the last dart. Keeps him in with a shout.
$96.
It's a decent little setup. How much pressure is that 85 going to be under?
100.
Good last dart.
85.
Not huge pressure, but a very capable shot for MvG. 85 for Brendan.
Bullseye it is. And there it is, another 12 darter for Brendan Dolan.
And ladies, Michael to throw first. Game on.
Leaving MvG stranded and cutting the gap to just one leg.
95.
Well, he's being put through his paces again by one of the top players from Northern Ireland, Darrell Gurney. Was in with a real chance last night. Was kept at bay by Mighty Mike. Brendan Dolan behind the 8 ball a little bit, but just needs one leg where MvG just misses 3 at a double.
Yes. Is that going to happen though? MvG still at the 80% mark. 4 out of 5.
100.
Same as anything though, Dan. You keep applying the pressure. Keep applying the pressure. That's where the slip-ups happen.
Look, even the great Michael Van Gerwen feels pressure, and you could argue that he's felt it more than he has done for years over recent months. You can shrug off pressure. You can deal with it when you're regularly winning. Winning every week, as Michael Van Gerwen has for large periods of his professional career.
100. Michael 132.
No pressure on this shot. Brendan's still on 201. But will he go for it anyway?
60.
Well, I think if Brendan can put a big hole in this 201, there'll be a bit of pressure on Michael's.
Well,
72.
99.
I thought the bullseye there would have left him a 2-darter, but he's already taken out 1 ton plus checkout. May not get a look at it. And doesn't. Michael Van Gerwen continues to be clinical on the outer ring. He is not giving Brendan Dolan any little glimmer of hope. Just when Brendan thinks he might get a chance, the leg's snuffed out.
Yeah, it's good stuff from MvG. Averaging at 102 at the moment and averaging 83.33. That's world-class darts.
57.
Pressure's all on Brendan now. He knows he has to hold, break, hold if he wants to get through this match.
You can see the stats there. Similar first 9 averages. MvG a few points ahead in the overall average, and it's because of that stat there. 5 out of 6 on the checkouts. Absolutely magnificent from Mighty Mike, who hits a 5th 180 of the match. His 5th, I should say. 7 in total. Make that 8.
Hey, good shout, Dad. Good shout. Good shout, sir.
Needed it as well.
Wow, is this going to be the 9th? I jinxed it.
123.
I do apologise, everyone. I jinxed it.
Brendan, you require 121.
Still leaves a finish, though.
Treble 18. Now the ball.
96. Michael, you require 141.
Well, MvG, a 1-4-1 to wrap up this match. Brendan Dolan is going to come back.
88. Brendan, you require
25 to try and prolong this match.
Little bit close that. But it does not matter. Brendan Dolan, sometimes you get a bit close to busting your score and it can just panic you a little bit. But not even a flicker of it.
96.
And Michael van Gerwen hold his throw and power through to the quarterfinals. His tournament average right now is more than 102. He was great against Darrell Gurney last night. He's been similarly great so far against Brendan Dolan.
So Brendan's rocking through this game. He's averaging 96.5 and he's at 50% himself on his finishing. So he's playing decent enough.
It's not been a game of mistakes, has it?
140.
Not really seen anybody miss 2 or 3 darts at a double and then get punished for it. The one breaker throw we saw from MvG was a 13 darter. Brendan didn't even get a dart for a double.
60.
Well, is that an opening that Brendan would like? He's now taken the throw. Needs to really make these 3 darts count. Just a ton, Brendan.
60.
Ooh, that's a let off. That's a let off, and I think he knows that.
Oh. 436.
He is first to a finish in this leg, Michael van Gerwen. But Brendan Dolan should get to a more makeable one. Will now. Could be very makeable, this. Oh, what a set-up shot for the history maker.
Like 151.
This would be vintage MvG. And it's just not quite there on this occasion, and Brendan Dolan might be about to force a last leg decider in which he would have the throw.
Double 12 for the history maker. Ooh, this is coming the other way. Yeah! Great stuff, Brendan. A break of throw.
Final leg. It's
He's
Brendan
throwing
first. Game on.
In this decider. What he would give to see that first dart sit right in the middle of the treble 20.
Well,
like that.
140.
Follows it with another ton 40 to start for Brendan Dolan.
99.
Advantage to the history maker. Van Gerwen stranded on 53 and 52 in the last couple of legs. Will he be left high and dry in this last leg decider as well?
$96.
Well, Michael's still got an outside chance, but if Brendan can put in a big score here, he's certainly in the driving seat. That doesn't help Brendan.
44.
Not down to a finish. 19s to start for MvG.
139.
And a roar from the Dutchman because he is going to get a look at 167.
But do we think Brendan can hit the 140 here to leave tops? Could do. Maybe.
100. What will you require? 167.
Good enough. A lot of pressure on this shot for MvG.
$56.
Well, look, it
Brendan, you require
doesn't make that great
80.
odds. It's a one treble finish. He's on. But he is relying on Brendan Dolan missing. He should get one match dart. He could get 2. It is 2. Double 5.
70.
And both have been missed. And Michael van Gerwen dodges a couple of bullets. He had only missed one dart at double in the entire match until that point. And the tally was doubled, and his title tally is not going to click over from 0 to 1 this weekend if Brendan pins double 2. Double 1.
3.
Head in hands, and Michael van Gerwen might be getting the little bit of fortune he needs to break his
32.
title drought. Last dart.
24.
Clinical, almost perfect, all the way through the game. And with it there to be won,
2.
one of the greatest players in history just cannot get it done.
Now, Brendan Dolan, do you put a marker, my friend, or do you go straight at it? Straight at it!
Straight at it and through to the quarterfinals, but I think you'd be pushing it if you said straight through to the quarterfinals. An incredible game, high quality, and without any mistakes at all until the very, very end. But once again, MvG comes up short, and even a return to his beloved Euro Tour action is not enough to see Mighty Mike restore himself at the top of the world rankings, or be recognised as the dominant force in darts. Brendan Dolan, a little bit of luck at the Irish, but he made the most of it. He's through to the quarterfinals. Will face Damon Head to Hungarian Price. That game is coming up in a moment's time.
And into the quarterfinals, the history maker Brendan Dolan. Brendan, Michael didn't do much wrong there in that match, and yet you somehow managed to stay close to him, and in the end, what a thriller in the deciding leg.
Yeah, it was thrilling for everybody else, but me and Michael was pulling our hair out. You know, when we get it, you know, if we get 3 darts at a double, we expect to hit it. And it doesn't matter if it's Michael or if it's me, we both expect to hit it. And for us both to miss, I got lucky. You know, he's the greatest player, you know, that's played the game. And for him to give me another opportunity, I don't know, somebody was looking down on me. And to be honest, I played really well until the jitters at the end.
I mean, especially on the doubles, Michael, until the last leg, I think, had an 80% of round about 80%. So he didn't miss on the doubles. When you missed those 4 match darts, do you think, I've blown it?
Oh, totally. Like, you know, you're playing the best in the world, and you can't give him any chances. You know, for me to actually make, you know, a chance of 4 darts at a double is unreal. Like, my game's finishing. It's not scoring. I'm not the greatest scorer in the world. I'm not the biggest one hitty in the world, but I'm a steady player. I'm a really steady, and I'm normally good at finishing. And obviously, when I blew that chance, I thought it was all over.
You know, sometimes there's a bit of a disappointed reaction from a crowd when a fan favorite like Michael goes out. You got a massive cheer here when you sunk that match dart.
No, they're absolutely brilliant. The Hungarian fans, they've come out in their droves now the last 2 days, and they really love their darts. They've been given great order, you know, to the players. I've been watching it while I've been in the hotel room, and I've been watching it online, and they've been so respectful. And I just want to thank you all for that. And I know, unfortunately, Michael's out, but thank you so much for giving me the appreciation. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, our third quarter-finalist, the history maker, Brendan Dolan. And we'll be right back with a match of the Heat, Damon Hatter, and the next world champion on stage, the reigning world champion, the Iceman, Gerwyn Price.